This has been a horrible season. Deeply insulting to be on a boat with so many people that dislike you so strongly. There's no amount of money anyone could pay me to tolerate being disrespected by psychopaths and children.
That's rough to watch. We're back with Captain Lee and Kate Chastain of Below Deck. Now, Kate, I got to ask you about that clip. What's next for you? Will you do another season?
I mean, I would love to retire, but I also have bills, so it's like a hard choice.
You got to keep going.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is it going to be tough, though, knowing that people don't?
No, I think this was a very strange season where maybe Ashton wasn't the best leader and led the deck crew down the wrong path. It's not always that miserable.
Right, it just happened to be in that moment.
It was not the best season.
And Captain Lee, do you have plans of doing another season?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, you got to pay bills, too.
Absolutely.
Well, getting back to this season, Ashton seemed to not just have issues with Kate, but with the newest crew member, Riley. Let's watch this.
You seem to have an issue with the task I've given you because you've not tried to do it in front of me.
I don't have an issue with it, I just did it.
Point. Cool.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, the less you say, the better.
The less I say, the better.
In this situation, I'm your superior. You've got a bad attitude. I've asked you to do something.
But you're speaking to me like that? That's any nice way to talk to me, whether you're my superior or
Riley?
not?
All right, Captain Lee, who's in the right, who's in the wrong here? Are they overstepping their positions? What's going on?
Well, Ashton set Riley up to fail. He did that, I think, strictly to embarrass her.
Really?
And totally uncalled for. Yeah, that's not what a leader does. If you're going to, why not show her how to tie the knot? Why not, make it easy for her to learn instead of trying to put her in a situation where you're just doing it so you can embarrass her?
Right, be the example.
And then all of a sudden somebody gets confrontational and you go like, geez, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah, so he set her up to fail.
Yeah.
So
Newsflash.
is a bowline knot as important as Ashton saying it is?
It is. It's one of the most common knots that
Okay.
is utilized more than probably any other knot on the boat.
So it's good to
And
know it.
It's very good to know it, and it's so easy because it's easy to untie as it
Right.
is to tie. It's more difficult to tie than it is to untie. And the harder you pull on it, even though you can stretch it as tight as you want, it's still easy to get undone, which means in an emergency situation, you can bail out of it if you have to.
Right. Right, so it's important to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kate, you roomed with Riley and consoled with her. Do you have empathy for her situation working with Ashton? I'm sure you do.
Certainly, I think she's a very capable and hard worker. I think it's unfortunate that her first season she had not the best bosun, and then I was looking forward to seeing her have a second shot under better leadership this year, and it just didn't happen for her again. So I think it's easy to say Riley's the huge problem, but I think she just had bad leadership 2 times in a row.
It's been bad luck for her.
Yeah.
Twice in a row.
She's not helping her luck, but
Yeah, third time's a charm, let's
Maybe.
hope. Well, one fan tweeted out to us and wants to know, would you hire Ashton back or Kevin, Tanner, or Brian?
That would probably be a no.
All of them, done.
Yeah.
Wow. Kate, you feel good about that?
I think that out of all of them, Brian, he just got led down the wrong path, but also you're a grown man. Like,
Right.
you should know better.
Yeah, you're an adult.
Yeah.
Don't be the last lemming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay to be the second to last lemon, just the very last lemon.
That's embarrassing.
I want to play this tease for this week's episode. Let's take a look.
You got warned by Captain Lee that this will not be from you.
Pointing your finger at me.
Riley's counterproductive to the morale of the deck crew. I'd like to go into the next 2 charters a man down.
Riley, can I see you in my new office?
Never lack of drama on the seas with you guys. What can you tell us about this clip? And are you really about to lose a deckhand again?
I guess you'll just have to watch and find out.
It's always very stressful for you. Do you find that a lot of it is convincing them to stay on the boat? Like,
Oh, I don't convince anyone to stay where they don't want to be.
So if you're like, go and I'll figure it out, I'll solve it.
Yeah.
And do you think he's the best leader that you've had, Captain Lee?
Yeah, I wouldn't be working with him for 6 years now.
If it wasn't
Yeah,
that way.
that's great.
Well, Riley has a fishing boat background, and Abby, I believe, had a sailing background. Do these types of boats really differ from yachting? And if so, how so? Getting a little education here.
Huge difference. Huge difference between a sailing vessel and just working on a fishing boat in Alaska and doing super yachting.
Is it
charters.
is it a different kind of knot that you have to learn, like different types of knots, or is it just the size of the ship and how it functions?
Riley should have known and been comfortable with tying
do
a
a
bowline.
bowline. Yeah.
It's pretty
That's
basic.
common.
Yeah,
I even
that's
kind of know how to do it.
that's the first knot anybody would teach you if you were getting into yachting, whether it's on a fishing boat or any boat.
Let me ask you, after the season, after you filmed it, who do you trust the most on the ship? Who do you think is going to be the most honest to you and tell you the way it's going to be? Both of you.
Present company excluded. I mean, this
Yeah, present company excluded.
present company
Who are you
excluded.
trusting on the ship to give you, you know, what's really happening?
My stewardess, Courtney, a lot of people thought she was a spoiled princess coming in. She had a Louis Vuitton bag. She had a Tiffany gold necklace. She's gorgeous. People judged her, but she's
Right.
a hard worker, and she's very funny and very honest.
Captain Lee?
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
Courtney,
like
of,
Courtney.
of all. Trust the women, right?
She's great.
Why were you laughing at the Louis Vuitton Tiffany necklace?
Well,
were you
because-
judging her too?
No, the first time that I saw Kate, she walked straight by me, and I got this little earpiece in my ear, and somebody's going like, Lee, what are you doing? You just let your chief stew walk by. And I'm looking around, I'm going like, where? And it was Kate. But Kate looked like the charter guest, not like the chief stew.
Sunglasses and a scarf makes
So-
everyone look fabulous.
So
you
she's
look
talking about
Yeah,
the
I-
Louis
it's
Vuitton
true.
bag and the scarf and how she was dressed, and I'm going like, it reminds
I
me of
judged
somebody I
a
met
book.
6 years ago.
Wow. Wow. Yep, scarf
Fair.
and sunglasses really change it. All right, so what's been your favorite charter season together thus far?
Tahiti was great.
Tahiti was really good.
Everything
It
just
was
seems to
last
be
season.
working and moving.
We had the best boat. The
We did.
location was stunning.
Yep.
And for the most part, we had a pretty cohesive crew.
And we had a good time.
So if you'd rate that 10 out of 10, what would we rate this season?
Not my favorite.
Mine either.
Are we going to go 4 or
We'll go 4 knots.
4 knots?
Yep.
4 knots. All right, I like this one. Captain Lee, would you agree with 4?
Yeah, I think that's close.
Oof. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here today and chatting with us. We love you guys. Catch a all-new Below Deck tonight at 9/8 Central on Bravo.